Good morning. Amazing. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. That will happen at some point during yoga. I'm going to sneeze today. Happy Friday. It is Friday. I really hope it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I hope you've had a really nice week. Apologies. Yes, I'm definitely about to sneeze. I can feel it like just here. Hay fever attack this morning, I assume. That's what I've got going on. Already on the coffee, obviously. So yeah, it's just going to be our usual morning little stretch just to help us wake up. About 20 minutes or so. I'm always looking at this because I'm trying to roughly see where I am with the time. And then yeah, we'll just hopefully feel all ready for the day, ready for Friday, and then definitely ready for the weekend. So I've even got my cushion out. I was doing a bit of yoga last night, fully into my yin yoga last night, lots of relaxation and things. So yes, nice good flow. So seated pose for me. I'm going to sit on my cushion. It's the morning, sitting up nice and tall. Apologies, just go with the flow. If I suddenly sneeze mid relaxation part, it's just there. Sitting up nice and tall, bring the hands down to the sides. Take that big inhale to float all the way up. Easy exhale out the mouth. Brings the hands down to the chest. And just plug the thumbs into the heartbeat. Find that nice, easy rhythm. 2 more times, just the same. Big inhale floats you up. Easy exhale softens you back down. And one last time. Big inhale. Easy exhale. And while we have the thumbs on the heartbeat, it's a good time just to scan through the body and just notice how it feels. And then draw that attention towards the breath without changing it too much, just noticing if it's high in the chest, maybe a little lower in the belly. Maybe it feels quick or slow. And finally, the mind. Just want you to notice how you feel right this moment. Whenever you feel ready to, we'll start to bring the hands down to the knees with the palms up and we'll warm ourselves up. So just a nice little gentle warm up this morning. Again, sitting up as tall as you can. I just want you to start by taking the head side to side just to stretch the neck. So take a big inhale, turn your head all the way over to one side, looking over the shoulder. And then as you exhale all the way over to the other side, just try to take that stretch as deeply as you can. Big inhale takes you back, breathing down into the belly if you can. And an exhale softens you over. I'm going to move this into a little half semicircle here. No, just a full semicircle. So over to one side, and then we need to exhale and release the head down into our semicircle. Half circle or a semicircle. So we go all the way up. You can tell it's the morning. And then all the way down. So for me, I just think about my nose making a U shape, and it might be at the bottom of my U. It feels good to relax the shoulders here, feel them drop down, get the stretch in your trapeze, so the very top of your sort of neck and shoulders. You can linger there as long as it feels good to, and then just move up to the other side. Good, just 2 more of those for me. Nice big U shapes. Good. Good, and just coming back towards the center for me. Good. From this position, I want you to lean back so you can then straighten your legs out in front of you. So I'm sitting on a little cushion here. You can do the same, or you can just have your bum on the ground. Once you're here, I want you to hug one knee in towards you. So you're going to hug it in as close as you can. So nice and close. We're then going to lift this foot and bring it to the other side. So the reason I then mentioned a cushion is that if you're like me with kind of shorter legs, sometimes it can help to have a cushion just to support this side. So support your bottom on this side, because you want the foot to be able to be flat on the ground. So often if I wasn't on a cushion, it's going to feel like it's up here somewhere. So I'm going to hug it in as much as I can, starting to stretch that leg. We're then going to take a twist in this position. So you can see that I automatically popped my opposite hand onto that knee. I'm going to continue that movement and start to look over this shoulder. So for me, I like to get myself set up, take an inhale to lift both hands up to the ceiling. And then as I exhale, I'm twisting across, trying to catch the outside of my knee with my elbow. So it's not actually helping me on my cushion today. I'm going to try without. So a big inhale up and then exhale over. That's better. And looking over the shoulder. So I know it's the morning. This might feel like quite a big stretch for your morning. Just see how it feels. Take your time easing into it. See if you can keep your back quite straight here. And if you wanted to deepen this stretch, we take our hand at the front, we lift it up, and we kind of almost wave at somebody. So I'm pushing a little bit more, getting that foot flat. Good. Just take one more breath. And then as you exhale, we're going to release and take our counter pose. So I bring my body all the way over to the other side and bring those hands down. So just looking down towards the ground or out in front. So again, you should feel just a nice little stretch going in towards the middle. Good. Slowly coming back towards the center. I want you to take this foot and bring it to the inside of your other leg. So again, we're just working one leg at a time, taking a few stretches. See how that hip feels. See how the leg feels. We're going to take a little forward fold here. So if you're more comfortable to bend this front knee, especially if you've got any tight feelings in the back, but just, excuse me, get yourself nice and comfortable. Bring the hands down, take an inhale, lift up. And then as you exhale, lean forward to start with your belly. We're leaning it forward, then we're relaxing the body down. Those hands don't need to grab those toes. We're just trying to relax them down as much as we can. This is more about the chest relaxing down. I'm going to take 3 breaths here. So as you inhale, we can lift the chest. And then as you exhale, we ease it down. 2 more the same. So inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Last one all the way up. And down. Good. On that next inhale, slowly walk yourself up. We're going to switch legs. So I'm going to bring this leg out straight. If you need to, just sort of have a little wheel around in the middle. Give your legs a little stretch. And then we're going to move on to that other side. So I'm going to hug this knee in towards me as close as I can. So do take your time. You want to kind of really get yourself set up for it. Once you're there, we lift the foot and place it on the outside. So I can see that this bum cheek's going to lift off the ground for my foot to be flat. So this is where sometimes just propping yourself up on one side as ladylike as you can, just to be able to help you sit up nice and tall will help. So we're going to start with our twist going over to the side. Once you feel comfortable with this foot, inhale, lift up. And then as you exhale, twisting across, so I'm trying to catch the outside of my knee with my elbow. I'm bringing the other hand behind me. I'm looking over my shoulder. And if you wanted to, you can take the hand up just to see if that helps, just to deepen the stretch for you. See what feels best today. It is the morning. Just take one more big breath. And then as you exhale, we can start to release. And it's our counter pose. So it's coming all the way over to the other side. Again, I've got short arms, so I'm just bringing my fingertips down. You can probably bring your hands down. And then look out in front. You can have a little movement in the head if that feels good. I can definitely feel my shoulders feel a little tight today, so it's nice just to explore that, take a little movement, see where they need it. And then we can start to release. And then just as we did on the other leg, I'm going to bring this foot up and tuck it to the inside of that leg. And give yourself a little time just to wiggle into it. Once you're there, take a big inhale, lift up. And then as you exhale, we're leaning forward, tummy coming down first. Again, if you want to grab those toes, if that helps you, that's great. All I would do is soften the elbow, soften the shoulder, just so we're not in this position all hunched up. We're just trying to relax down. And then we'll lift and lower again with a breath 3 times. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale down. Yeah, 2 more. Big inhale up. And down. Last one. Good. We can start to release the toes if you have them. Inhale to roll yourself all the way up. Good. And then we're going to come into a little butterfly pose. So I want you to bring both feet together. Okay. Again, you could use a cushion here if this is uncomfortable. This is going to be a little bit of a hip opener, and then we're actually going to take a forward fold in this position, so it's going to stretch out your back as well. So butterfly pose, we're going to start to think of our feet a little bit like a book for these poses. Okay, so to start with, I want a closed book. So it's going to be the soles of the feet touching, toes facing outwards, and the knees as low as you can get them. Now you can hold on to your ankles, you can hold on to your arches. So I quite like to put the thumbs into my arches. It's a nice way to also give myself a little cheeky foot massage at the same time. Or you can hug your toes. So obviously when you hug your toes, you're going to be leaning forward a little bit more, but again, it can be quite a nice little stretch there. You can move your feet further away and then just hold on to the ankles if that feels better for you. So wherever you want to be, just wiggle yourself into it, get comfy. And then once you're there, all I want you to do is sit up as tall as you can. And then inhale to lift your knees up towards your elbows. I nearly said that the wrong way around. And then exhale back down. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, lifts them up. Exhale down. Last one, all the way up. And then all the way down. Good. And the reason I said our feet are like a book is because we're now going to take this into what's called a cobbler pose, or you can have it like a forward fold butterfly. It's got lots of different names. But what we want to do is start to open our book. So I want to take my big toes away from each other and open up the space that I have here for this pose. Okay, so open them up like that. We're then going to take a forward fold. I'm going to hold on to my arches as I go, but the idea is that you tuck your elbows into your knee crease as you come down, so you apply a bit more pressure there and get a deeper stretch. So that's what we're going for, okay? Just see how it feels this morning. So take a nice big inhale, lift your chest, and then as you exhale, gently forward fold down. So we're applying a bit of pressure from those elbows into the knees, and we bring our head all the way down. And again, we're just going to take a few breaths here. On those exhales, just always try to focus on relaxing your head, feeling the stretch in your neck. Just allowing it to let go. If it feels quite tight, my neck's kind of quite stiff this morning, then just do give it a little side to side, then release. On your next inhale, we can slowly start to lift the head, take the pressure from those elbows away. Slowly come up. I just want you to bring your knees up and place the feet flat. Then bringing the hands behind you, we're going to windscreen wiper our knees side to side. I'm on the creaky floorboard. Yes. So just going over side to side. If it feels better for you, take the feet out even wider here. Creaky floorboards, I promise. Here we go. From this position, if you wanted to take this stretch a little deeper, you can take both knees over to one side, lift the outer foot, place it above this other knee, and just apply again, just a little bit of pressure. Just notice wearing all black on this black mat makes this look a bit confusing, but hopefully it's clear what I'm up to. Good. And then we bring the foot down all the way up and over to the other side. Same thing here. If this feels enough, keep it here. If you wanted to, just lift this foot, place it over the knee, just a gentle little bit of pressure there. Good. And release. Give them a little hug. Last few minutes, let's build a bit of energy here. So we're going to come over and pretty much into down dog quite quickly. So I'm just going to bring myself up, move my little cushion away, roll all the way over onto one side, and then come into your box pose. So just take your time, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Maybe have that little bit of movement in between, just a little gentle cat-cow, a little side to side. And then we'll take our hands out a little bit further for us, ready for down dog. So curl the toes, big push all the way up. Yeah, pedal into those feet as soon as you're there. Breathe. If it feels good, take your feet out to the width of the mat. Lean backwards here. Feel that big stretch all the way down the legs, into the shoulders. We'll bring our feet a little bit closer here and then lift and lower to our tiptoes 3 times. So big inhale, lift you up to your tiptoes. And then as you exhale, we soften back down. Good. 2 more the same. Big inhale, lift you up. Exhale down. Last one. Big inhale all the way up. And then exhale back down. Good. I want you to see if you can walk to the middle of your mat for me. So I'm going to use a bit of brain power. I'm going to walk my feet in and my hands in. So it's going to feel pretty awkward. Just see how it feels. Feet hip distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider this morning, if that feels good. From there, we'll just take our ragdoll. So hands to opposite elbows. Relax your head down. Nice big sway side to side. If it feels good, give your head a little gesture, so a little yes and a little no. Feel the shoulder blades separate as the arms come down. Take a nice big deep inhale. And then as you exhale, relax those hands down. Good. From this position, just soften your knees. And I want you to walk both hands over towards the left. So over to the left side of your mat, just feeling that stretch down the legs. And you can bend your knees here. You can even grab hold of the back of the calf if that feels good. And then we'll come all the way over and over to the right. So I'll come all the way back. Baby, take that. Got my hair all over myself. Hand onto the back of the calf. And then back towards the center. Bend your knees. Inhale, roll up to stand. Squeeze the tummy as you go. And the head's going to be the last thing up. Big exhale once you're there. We've been down for a while, so we're going to need a little shimmy around here. Coming into mountain pose, bring your feet nice and close together, palms to the side. Take a big inhale to lift up. I'm going to hit this wall today. And then on your exhale, very gentle back bend. Inhale up to the top. Exhale, swan dive down. So hands to shoulders and stick your bum out. Come down nice and flat. Good. From this position, walk back out to your down dog for me. So bend your knees. If you wanted to, if you're feeling a little bit fruity today, then you can bend your knees and hop yourself back. But again, that's just if you fancy it. I'm going to wake myself up for a Friday. Good. From this position, let's walk our hands all the way back to meet our feet this time. So I'm going to bend my knees as I go. Stick my bum out as I get there. Good. And then we are going to come into our chair pose here. So we do want our feet nice and wide, all the weight coming into your heels. So as you bend your knees, you stick your bum out, look forward, inhale, lift it up, hover above that loose seat. So feel it in your legs. Lift and lower. 3 times for me. Let's go for 3 times. You can do it. So big inhale, lift up, push through the heels. Exhale back down. Good. 2 more for me. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale back down. Just trying to build some energy. 1 more all the way up. And then as you exhale, we can just forward fold down. walk out to down dog. So take your time. Good. Walk it out. Pedal into those feet. Shake your head. If you fancy a little challenge in this position, I want you to lean all the way over to your left side, pick up your right hand, send it back, touch your left leg, and then pop it back. Try not to sort of thwack it back, just sort of pop it back on the ground. And then the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to lean to my right, pick up my left hand, and touch my right leg, and down. Good. Coming all the way into child's pose from here. So we can start to soften those knees down, uncurl the toes, rest back in child's pose. From here, we lift our head, walk your hands in, and I want you to come back to our seated pose where we first started. So just slowly take your time, bring yourself round. These creaky floorboards are amazing. Okay, so take your time just coming back to your seated pose. I'm going to take those 3 breaths to tune out in the same way we tuned in. So we can bring our hands down to the sides, take that big inhale to lift up. Easy exhale out the mouth. Brings the hands down to the chest. And just plug the thumbs into the heartbeat. Find that nice, easy rhythm. 2 more times, just the same. Big inhale floats you up. Easy exhale softens you back down. And one last time. Big inhale. Easy exhale. And while we have the thumbs on the heartbeat, it's a good time just to scan through the body again and just notice how it feels. We can then draw that attention towards the breath without changing it at all, just noticing how it feels in the body. And finally, the mind. I just want you to notice how you feel right this moment. And namaste. Thank you very much, everybody. I think I've got some more of you over there than I normally do on a Friday morning, so that's amazing. I hope you have a really lovely Friday, the rest of your day. I'm not too sure what I'll be doing next week yet for lives, but I will let you know as soon as I have a plan in action for work. But have a really lovely Friday, have a lovely weekend, and I shall see you very, very soon. Bye. And then I've got to come and get you Instagram.